Hey, everybody. Appreciate each and every one of y'all coming in. Thank you so much for being here. Uh, let's see here. All right. There's Myers Tales of Appalachia. Appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you so much. We'll be talking about the last night's investigation we did out in the woods. It was kind of different for us. We just went into the random woods and started doing an investigation. So we'll be talking about that in a little bit. And we did get a photo. Spirit Brothers had screenshot a picture for me, so I will be showing that. Oh yeah, it was. I guess it was about 8:30, 9 o'clock when we went and done it. So we stayed there for about an hour and some minutes. It was actually pretty good. We got some crazy responses and stuff like that. If you want to, you can go back and check it out because it is really interesting that night. So we'll be talking about that in a little bit when more people gets in here, like Vicky or Spirit Brothers or something like that might pop in. But we shall see in a few minutes. Yes, who appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for being here. I enjoyed night investigations in the woods. Yeah, that was really good investigation last night. We had a pretty good time. Me and my dad. My dad went back to the truck for a little bit, and then I stayed out there in the woods for quite some time, and it got pretty pretty hectic out there. I don't know why my thing ain't doing too good tonight. Hey PW, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. I do have a screenshot that I'm going to show tonight. So today, so we will see political call. I'll be glad when all that stuff is done and over with. And get, I hate this time of the year. Let's see. Hey John, you did a great yesterday. Yeah, it was really fun yesterday. I did get some spirit. The spirit brother he gave me a photo that he screenshot, and I try to zoom it in where you can make out what it was a little bit. And I showed Vicky last night. I sent her the email. I mean a text message, and so we talked about it a little bit last night. So I'm gonna show it to y'all here in a little bit when we get a little bit more people in and everything. So hey Ted, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Da, 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 da. So, be honest with you, last night uh, I did use a couple cat toys. And I did set up the REM pod. REM pod didn't go off none except for when we picked it up. Gizmo didn't go off until I went and showed the spirits how to get it, but it just wouldn't. They just wasn't too fond of it. But they played with the cat toy for the longest time, and therefore, towards the last, was getting ready to put up, and they was actually messing with their little before we even asked the question and stuff. So it turned out to be a pretty good night. We got a uh, lady's name Betty. I that's what Spirit Brother was picking up, and Vicky was picking up on the name Betty. Then we got a couple other names. One of them was Thomas and uh, Tommy. That was another one. So that was pretty cool, you know. Hey, kicking with the rocks. Cool. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Bud Files, thank you too for coming in. I saw you pop in a while ago. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. So we'll get a few more people in here that was in the chat last night, and we will show the picture. So we will wait a few more minutes. But we'll keep talking about. If y'all have any questions about last night investigation, I'll try my best. I don't know any history of that location. I don't know if anything had went on there or nothing like that. But we I forget who it was. So they got a young male named Tommy or Thomas or something like that, and um, got another lady's name that Kenny and PW I think picked up was uh, Mary or Martha. One I think is what the other name was. What woods did you investigate? We just went over on the same road that my dad lives on. We went that just random woods, and that's where we went to. So it wasn't really what you say a big location. It's just something there to do and get out of the house for a bit, and so we did all right. Hey Jared, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Um, let's see here. All right, since we got about 7 people in here, I'm going to show you the picture and stuff. And anybody comes in, we'll wait a little later and show it again. But this is the first picture that the Spirit Brother Dez sent me. This is the first one. That was at the tree limb, right towards my right side, where we was facing that. So it was really uh, close to me. I bet I wasn't probably about not even 5 to 10 yards away from that pole that was sticking up off that tree limb, off that tree trunk, I should say. And this is what we're looking at. I can't make it no bigger, so you can see this is the log that where I was had all my stuff sitting on. Because the next picture I show you can see Gizmo's head, so that is the log, and you can see it right there. Um, Vicky seems to think that it was a lady like apparition. So I'm not real sure exactly, but that's you can actually see a nose right there coming out. So I don't know. I just don't know exactly what that would be, but you just have to take it. So wow, what a catch! Hey, Winter Homestead, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Well, I am doing pretty good. Just trying to do a little show here today. I'm not doing anything tonight, so uh, this is my night show today because I'll be going to work tomorrow, and I want to try to get in bed a little early tonight. That clear as day, a face passing by. Yep. Everybody saying, "Hey, the winner, you found a ghost." I don't know if it's actually finding a ghost, but we do have a picture of something that's trying to manifest itself, like a face and stuff like that. So we shall see again, because we are going to be going back there probably uh, next Monday that I'm off work. Probably go that day, that night, and check it out again and see if we can't find anything else. Looks like you have a new place to investigate. Yeah, we're gonna be going back there, and we got a few other locations in them same woods that me and my dad was talking about. We're gonna try and hopefully we can get something a little more out there in them woods. We might go a little deeper down in the woods, down in that creek bed. Well, it used to be a creek bed; it's all dried up now, but maybe we can go down in there and set up where it's a little bit more clear and see what we can lay out cat toys and stuff like that on the ground and nobody to see it. We had a lot of cars slowing down last night too when we were sitting there at the edge of the road just about it, and people just slowing down. I guess they wondering what we was doing out there, but that's the funny part about it. When you're out there trying to do something, when people slowing down, they think you're a bunch of nuts out there or something or whatever. So it's kind of weird. So that's what we got last night for everybody that just had come in. You can actually see the nose and like the eye socket and partial of the other eye socket over on the other side. And also, I said something last night too about the Dez. He said something about he's picking up a woman, older lady that was named Betty that was searching for something. She didn't have no shoes on, and I asked, "Are you named Betty? Are you searching for something other?" And come across spirit box something like kids giggling and stuff like that. So it was kind of strange. I will put the link right here in the chat if anybody wants to come up for a few minutes. I'm not going to be on here very long. Uh, if anybody wants to pop in, you can. I will put the link in the chat like twice, and that would give you the opportunity. We come up, we can talk about some things, and you can help talk about your channel and promote your channels out and all that stuff. So there's the link. I will be checking in the basement. If you look suitable, I will put you up. So ears itching. And this is the other one that we got from the bridge several months ago. So see, we that was just right behind me when I was at the truck. Same way with this one. You can see the two eyes. and you can actually see like a face and the head of it, whatever. And this is what it looks like as it's cleaned up just a little bit. So, but I'm going to try to do some more research on that section of the road. I think we might have had like a car accident on that road or something other. Uh, it could have been somebody that lived there in that area back in the older days and stuff, and it could be somebody just passing through. Hey, Sean, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, buddy. Uh, grass, grass, and Johnson Cole. Yep. Yes, we had a pretty good time last night. It was one of the good investigations, but we're gonna try it there probably on Monday again, and then hopefully we'll go to on the weekend that I'm off. That'd be either Friday night or Saturday night. We'll try to go back, not to that location, but on down further in the woods, on around that big old cornfield, and then again we might go to that big cornfield. We'll have to fight the deers out there, but we'll probably go that way and do that. I think that will be pretty interesting uh, doing. But I was finishing up watching the Spirit Brothers. I was on their live, and I kind of got the itch to go to do another location because we did one yesterday morning at the cemetery. We got up before the sun came up and got everything set out, and uh, got we set up at the James's grave where we put flowers on that Civil War grave. Then we went on down. I mean, went up into the older part when it got a little lighter, and done something. And the REM pod went off there at one time. I set it down and I touched it to make sure it was going off. And as I was walking away, the REM pod had went off. So that was really, really awesome too. That was a good. Not we didn't get a lot of action there at the cemetery, but it was pretty neat. Let's see here. Yeah, that's all I got on here now. So if anybody's wanting to come up, you can just click on that link right there. You can pop up, talk about your channel, tell about yourself a little bit. If you have a paranormal story, you can tell it if you want. Uh, it'll be pretty cool. And if not, that'll be fine. I'm not going to be on here very long if we don't get anybody up. Just wanted to see if anybody had any questions about last night's investigation or any ideas that next time we go back, what we can ask, or because next time I go, I ain't gonna be standing. I'm gonna be sitting. I'm going to take my little stool with me, and we're going to chill out there for a bit. I don't have my stuff in here with me. I think it's still out in the truck. Everybody's saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Thank y'all for chatting. Hey Dan, how you doing, buddy? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. We did have some new channels come in last night. That was very cool. Got to see everybody that been following for a while, and that was really cool. Let's see. Did you go out last night investigate any? I remember. I think you said you was going to go out and do something. I didn't know if you did for sure or not. That wasn't a bad spot in the woods. Yeah, no, that was a good little spot. That's for sure. We're going to try to go back there again, not tomorrow Monday, but the following Monday. I'll be off, and we'll try to go do that location, and then maybe that Friday night we'll go do a different one, but in the same location. No, we didn't. Unfortunately, we just had a little fire and called it a night. Oh, okay. I like the woods. Yeah, the woods was pretty cool last night. It was really. It started getting cold there for a minute too. The wind started picking up by the time we was getting ready to leave, and I kind of got scratched up when I walked through them briars getting back to the truck. But, so if anybody wants to come up, I did put a link in the chat. You can scroll back and do it and find it if you want to. Uh, Before I head off to bed, I have to be up super early. No problem, bud. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. I just got done showing those pictures that you sent me last night. Uh, it was really good. I really didn't know what to expect when you said you saw something, and it was pretty cool. I'm just trying to figure out how you pin the video, pin the link. What did everyone think? I'm not sure what it was. If anything, just looked like a face to me. That was all. Laugh out loud. Well, I showed it to Vicky last night after I got home and everything. I sent her a message, and she said that it looked like a woman trying to, like an apparition of a woman, like trying to manifest itself a little bit. So I'm hoping that I'll sit down and look at a little bit more scary looking. The head and eyes almost alien. At least you're home now. Trying to figure out how you pin the thing up to the top of the chat. You might have to do it over here on this side. Pin message. There we go. Yeah, I had to do it that way. That's what I thought. Also, I was getting the name of Betty all night, and then so did Vicky, and so did the SB7. Maybe it was her. It could be. And you know, when we asked if she was looking for kids or something other, and we heard them little kids giggling on the spirit box, it's pretty wild. And that was kind of strange. I can't stay long either. I just saw your live and wanted to pop in real quick to say hello. Okay, no problem. That's right. Hey May, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. I got the link pinned at the top of the chat. If you want to come up, May, say something, talk a little bit. It'll be pretty cool. Is a super cool place and definitely worth a few more visits. Yeah, well, see, that's what I'm going to do. We're going to go there again on not this Monday, but the next Monday, and then this Friday that I'm off, we're going to try to go to down in the woods, down on the back side of that area. So that probably be pretty sweet. Let's see. We are eating, or I will. Oh, you good? Appreciate you. Well, I got one here in the basement now. Let me get my mouse to move. There you are.
Hi, everybody.
Sorry, man, my mouse wouldn't move. I had a double click it.
Sound like you had a good investigation.
Yeah, it was really awesome last night. We only been there for probably about an hour, a little over an hour, and we got pretty good little things happen to us. It was actually pretty cool. Crafter, hey, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. May said hi to you.
Hi, May.
So, what you been into, bud?
Not much, really. We hadn't really done anything since our live stream we did last Monday, for the 2 years on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I pulled up your picture and screenshot it, zoomed in, man. It's something else.
Yeah, it's one of the crazy things. I mean, it's funny how the camera can pick up something and you can't see it in person. I was standing there looking right at that limb that's coming off that tree trunk.
And how the Spirit Brothers caught that, I'll never know. Like that's an amazing catch. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he told me how he pays attention to everything else around besides just on what person's doing. But he's one of the people like to look at the whole screen, everywhere, ins and outs, and everything. He's just got the eyes for it, I guess. I can't keep up with it.
And it looks like whatever it is like early, like
yeah.
Because it's just crazy when you zoom in, you can just tell.
Yeah.
Looks like they got long hair and everything. Something else.
Spirit Russell, I got a eagle eye with
Right.
her.
You just about have to be able to catch, when you're doing your own reviewing on investigations and everything. And
Yeah, yeah. So I just don't pay attention a whole lot when I do that. To be honest with you, I tried my best to look at everything around the screen, but I get so non-focused on what I'm there for,
Mhm.
and I want to sit there and watch the video, but I can't get my eyes to work around the whole screen like I used to.
It helps, really, honestly. It helps to watch it on a larger screen, too.
Yeah,
That's one thing I found when reviewing. If you can, the biggest screen you can possibly find makes the smallest things more evident.
yeah. So you got any special locations coming up or any investigations?
Not really. Yeah. Investigating's kind of hit and miss for us because Hope and all her doctor's appointments and everything, but
Yeah,
they're like the 2-year anniversary, we're doing that obviously. So, and
yeah,
that I didn't really know we had multiple places we could have went, and it just seemed like that investigation was meant to be because the screen cover Autumn had made was from the location we investigated at, and it was just a complete accident.
yeah.
So,
I look and watch everything when I'm doing my investigation, and I don't know why, but my memory of things is pretty good. So I remember if something was there and can review it.
yeah.
I will be honest with you, I never pay attention to any of my videos after I put them up. I go back every once in a while, but I can't never figure out if I caught anything different or not than what I did. But
And to me, I mean, obviously, when you're doing your thing and you find evidence, that's awesome. But what makes it better is when somebody else catches it.
yeah,
That make it adds another element of realism to it. It's not like, hey, look, look what I found. It's look
yeah,
what they found.
yeah, yeah.
So,
Uh, I I got a few questions for you, bud.
all righty.
Somebody in the chat last night mentioned we have spirits following us everywhere we go, and they don't. Some don't like not really mean to you or nothing. No, they just hang around with you. What do you think about like you can go into Walmart, there's somebody hanging out with you, or you go into McDonald's and somebody's out there with you. They always constantly following you somewhere, traveling somewhere.
I mean, I know we have what we call our spirit guides,
Yeah,
and I could see them going everywhere with you, like your intuition or whatever. And uh, I mean, maybe loved ones that's passed on that's trying to keep an eye watch on you. I guess I could see that too.
yeah,
It's not something that I picture, hey, my best friend's going everywhere with me, but I mean,
yeah,
it's possible. It's a possibility.
yeah. Let's see here. I always thought it would be neat if someone ever did an investigation of my hometown, Square,
Oh,
Tennessee.
Lebanon.
Battle was fought there. Cool. Plus many hangings.
Uh, if I know we didn't do any like investigating there, but we actually walked that courthouse square when we were going to somewhere. And it's a very interesting place.
I watched a blank screen for age to see if something moves, etc., and then move over to the other side of the screen and so the same laugh out loud. Probably why it takes me days to figure out my videos laugh out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I have a third eyeball. It glows gold. My wife makes my third eye blink. You ain't right. Let's see.
That's
At night, as a kid before they cleaned it up. Cool.
I always like places like that. Just the residual energy that's there.
Yeah.
And I have to assume whatever is there in those woods is probably a residual thing.
I think it's somebody that lived there or like a car crash or something.
Mm-hmm.
One total happened there.
Or maybe like an old plantation type, you know, North Carolina and all over is known for that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
you never know.
No. Because I wouldn't think there'd be any like much research going on, like newspapers or books or anything like that at the library or anything. But it's worth a try, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, brother. Unfortunately, got to head off to sleep. I'll do the school drive in a few hours. Laugh out loud. Night, everyone. See you later, buddy. Appreciate you coming
See you
in.
later. It's good to see you. And good catch.
And hopefully you have a good night. But yeah, I just there's another one. Anything could be have spirits at it. Anything could be haunted enough. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Like those woods, I wouldn't never thought it. Me and my dad just talking about just going down there and doing it. Uh, do you have any places around where you live at, like in the woods, that gives you a little creepy feeling, but you hadn't ever stopped yet, or anything like that?
Well, there is one place that uh, I had always intended to go do, and when I was probably 12, 13 years old, my dad had given this guy a boat. The next day, the boat went missing, and the guy was found beat to death.
Mm.
And the place where he was found, another lady was found around the corner from him. And I always wanted to go there and investigate that, but when I finally figured out where it was, then an Amish family had bought it to farm. Now nobody's allowed on it. So I'm like, man. And
Yeah.
there's one more too. My great uncle had an old shotgun house that he lived in for years. And when he died, somebody bought it and turned it into farmland, but the property's still there. And I was told that the back room of that place, nobody would stay in it because it was always ice cold, and
Yeah.
there was always something there that wasn't right. And I told my wife, so we need to go there and investigate that at night, just see, the house is not there, but the land still is.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming in, buddy. Thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with us, and you have a good night. Said I meant back in the early settlements, there was camps, even so you never know.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I think just anywhere you can pick up a spirit at, just
Oh
like
yeah.
the woods. I mean, it's just pretty much anywhere where you can go. You can actually try to talk to them, and everything like that.
And we try to teach this right here in the classes that we teach. You don't have to go to a haunted location to investigate. You can investigate anywhere.
Yeah,
So,
I was like saying, spirits do travel. They do move.
mm-hmm.
They move quite regular. Cause, like I said, when we was at Peggy's house, and they'd actually come down to the bridge, and there's some spirits coming from the cemetery down to the bridge when we was there. So I do honestly think that they will travel through portals, I guess you would say,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll
Well,
just open up.
and another thing about woods, you don't know what's taking place there too. There could have been some real creeps was out there in those woods using all kind of devilish magic and stuff. So you
Yeah,
don't know. There could be anything there.
that's what I was thinking last night when people slowing up when they see my big bright light in the woods. They'll be like, "You fools out there conjuring up something."
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the rise and the fall of the Roman Empire. My childhood home was haunted. I seen a Civil War soldier about 5 times in my lifetime. Oh wow,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be
That's
right up my alley.
yeah. And another thing I like about the woods is, there's not as much like outside interference, like the power lines and
Yeah,
houses and all those things. You may get the occasional passerby, but not as much as you think.
yeah. That's pretty interesting because we're actually going to be going back there, like I said, and then we're going to go into the same part and go down a little deeper into the woods and get in that river, a little creek bed
Oh,
that's dried up. Uh, Probably go up on the upper hill onto the on the left side of it. Then we might just go all the way through the woods, come out in that cornfield, and do something around the cornfield. You never know what happens.
yeah.
It was less than a mile from the square.
Man, that makes me want to go back to Lebanon. We passed through there when we went to visit Octagon Hall.
Yeah.
That was one of the places that we got to go visit.
Hey, Nightman's wife, how you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much. I have felt some not nice things in the woods.
Yeah.
Last night, I didn't. My dad, he went back to the truck for a little bit, but I was out there probably at least good 30, 45 minutes by myself, and it wasn't really that bad out there, but it was a little bit sketchy, because and one thing it was getting cold. I was
Yeah.
about to freeze to death, and them and me didn't put pants on. I wore my shorts out there, and then my legs got all scratched up.
Yeah.
Got tied up in a briar patch when I was coming back out. I thought, oh my word.
Usually that kind of stuff's what leads to a good investigation, though. Ones
Yeah,
you have to actually work to get to.
yeah. I was going to do something in that old building there, but you couldn't get in there. That place is nasty, and you couldn't move around. You just had to stand there in one spot because I didn't want to get that stuff all over my clothes and all over my feet and stuff like that, and then get it in the truck.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I bring it every day. How you doing? Appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for being here. You liked the woods last night? Yeah, it was really cool. I enjoyed it myself. I really enjoyed it. So, tell us a little bit about your channel there and what you do on your channels and things.
Uh, Myers Paranormal is me and my wife. It's her channel. I just kind of join along with her, and but we've been investigating together ever since we got married, and this channel was her idea, and uh, she was doing it by herself, and I used to film for another channel, and then I left that channel and joined her, and we just kind of used it as a way to share our investigations, uh, and then of course thanks to you, when you was talking about wanting to have guest speakers come out, and do the little parafest thing and have speakers, that made me kind of think of classes. So then we started doing that,
Yeah.
trying to share what we know with the ones that are interested in learning or don't know as much. And we try to do that every Monday night, which that's going to be tomorrow night. I haven't even scheduled it, but we'll be live as long as everything goes all right. And kind of what you're doing has to do with our topic. I hadn't really put a title to it, but our title for tomorrow pretty much is going to be. Uh, I don't even really know how to word it, but like when you go into an investigation, why why do you want to know anything about the area?
Yeah.
Any kind of history, and to me, especially when you're dealing with a in-home investigation, uh, and when you look up the history of the place and nothing comes back, you don't know of uh, anything bad happening there. Nobody was found dead or anything like that, but yet you're still dealing with spirits, and that kind of helps you lean toward maybe somebody that stayed there. Were they doing something they weren't supposed to? Like,
Yeah.
were they doing dark magic, or possibly using investigating equipment in the wrong way, incorrectly, like uh, the spirit board, whatever you call those, Ouija board.
Yeah.
If you don't use that in the correct way, that's how some of these hauntings begin, is because you've allowed something to come in.
Yeah.
So
If you want to type in cops in the chat right there, so you can drop your link, so people can connect with you.
oh, May got it, thank you.
Yeah. Uh,
I have to do it, but
but yeah, um, I was going to ask you something right quick. Well, go ahead and tell about a little bit more about your stuff.
and as far as our investigations go, 95% of our investigations are old cemeteries. And that's mostly because of, when you're doing in home investigations and stuff, you have to ask permission, or, all the legalities and stuff. So we try to do something that it's easy for us to get to. And we don't have to, go through a bunch of loopholes. And
Yeah.
it also helps document old forgotten cemeteries, which is
Yeah.
one of my favorite things. I utilize Google Maps and find a grave, and try to find cemeteries that's off out in the middle of nowhere that people's not been to forever, and we try to get photos, and
Yeah.
then of course we try to communicate. Given as our theme is kind of giving the voice to the voiceless, letting
Yeah.
them have a chance to speak, and if there's something that they need to share, that they can do it. So
Yeah. So I know you do a lot of more outside and stuff
mhm.
like that. If somebody has a problem at their house and they give you a call and they say they have kids there, that would be one of your first priorities, wouldn't
Oh,
you?
absolutely,
I
yes.
got to help them out. Yeah,
Because a child is, they're so obsessive to or prone to be attacked without, they don't have any way to protect themselves. They don't know what's going on, and their spirits, so open,
yeah,
and something evil could just take right a hold, and they not know what's going on. So
yeah. That's that's pretty cool because I know a lot of people does that. If they get a call from a private location or something like that, they normally ask, "Hey, if there's any child in the home or something like that," and if they say yes, that it moves it right up to the top of the list
oh yeah.
in the investigations.
And of course, we have local investigators that we're good friends with too. If there's something that's a little more than we know we can handle or we need help with, we can call them up. I mean,
Yeah,
that's we've been to some pretty creepy places too. That's one thing. Octagon Hall was cool. That to me, that was one of my most favorite investigations right
yeah,
there. And let's see, the Witches Cemetery that we got to go with Jesse's Histories and Mysteries with. That was a good one.
yeah.
Uh, we didn't catch it, but she caught. She had a live camera going, and they actually caught a phantom car. All you can see is the headlights coming up the driveway. Nothing there.
Uh,
It's crazy. That's my kind of stuff.
yeah. So as long as you don't have to navigate inside, you're scared. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought I heard something outside. Last night, first thing I thought of about halfway through the investigation, I thought, "Oh God, I hope there's no black-eyed children to pop up in these woods."
What would be funny is what would you do if you was investigating that creek and somehow water baby showed up?
Oh God, I'll be buying me some new equipment because I'll be leaving half of that stuff there.
Or what's that other one? That the deer, that creepy,
Yeah, the not deer.
the not deer. Oh my lord.
Yeah, something like that showed up, I'll be gone too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Stamp Cemetery. I've never heard of that.
That's all I've been listening, just cleaning.
Uh, that ain't me because I know I might do the first part, but I let the girls handle the second part.
um, is is your daughter have a future into the paranormal when she gets a little bit older with y'all, or does
Yeah,
she have any?
all of that's going to be up to her.
Yeah,
Of course, she's almost at every investigating we go on.
yeah,
She ain't never investigating, of course. She may be in the car sitting off to the side, but
yeah,
that's something we're not going to push on to her. If she wants to, fine. If she don't want to, that's also fine.
yeah,
She has some. She has abilities.
yeah,
That whole experience that she had while she was in the emergency room, that she got abilities.
yeah,
Whether she wants to use them or maybe this field's too much for her and she don't want to, that's fine. We're cool either way.
yeah, yeah, yeah. PW got it right. Johnson will run fast.
About the only time we'd run.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna stick around. If I see a black eyed children, I'm gone. I don't. I ain't gonna stick around or whatever. They can have it. I can go buy me some more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
uh,
You know what stinks? We spent all that money on our REM pod. Is the antenna part. It's got that little screw thing it comes down on. It fell down inside of it. So now I can't screw the antenna on it.
Oh, really?
And I can't. I don't think it comes apart. I wish it did. I'd try
Yeah.
to, poke that up through, but I can't get it apart to fix it.
Oh,
That's one of my favorite things that we use is the REM pod, but it still works. So if they touch the block, it still goes off. So
yeah. Mine didn't go off last night, but it went off at the cemetery yesterday morning. It just when I set it down, I tested it and it went off. Then when I was walking away about 3 foot away from it, it went off again as I was walking back towards the camera. But and nothing else ever happened after that. I think it's a little bit too loud because it about bust your eardrums.
yeah,
So I got to cut it down some. I got to put some of them little felt pads on the speaker part to help calm it down just a little bit. And that's what I'm afraid my.
metal hanger. That's great. I actually thought about adding a wire to it. I wish I could just get it apart because the part's there, but it fell down in there. If I could just hold it up enough to screw that antenna on, I'd be fine. But
Yeah.
I can't get it apart.
Vicky, I saw you come in. I didn't remember if I hollered at you or not. Vicky says she just had got the notification. That's cool. Uh, we just talking about the last night's investigation, Vicky. I actually showed the pictures a while ago, so I'll show them again here in a minute for the people that just had come in and everything.
That's really zoomed in on
Yeah.
my phone. That's amazing. Like I still can't believe that catch.
Yeah. Stephen be running too.
Like I shot, I probably would. I probably would on that one because that's creepy.
Yeah.
Which I mean, we've been investigating for I don't know how many years. I hadn't really been creeped out yet.
Yeah. Only time I actually been creeped out was when that holler and scream over at the bridge.
Yeah, that was different. That woo or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's the biggest one reason I got terrified of. Because I didn't really expect anything like that to happen. Now, if I was expecting, something's going to sound out, I can probably tolerate it a little bit better. But that was the least thing on my mind. I was just looking around, see if anything's going to be walking up, And then that holler came out, and that's what got me.
Yeah. When we were doing our live stream last Monday, we had that loud cry come out of the woods. I was like, what was that? But I think it ended up being like an owl or something, but when you first hear it, if you think it behind then, you might need some new britches or something.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
It's just that first time. Then the third time is really not as bad. But the first time, now, because when me and my dad and MJC Paranormal was in the woods at the cemetery on over there on the same road where the bridge is on, and we was investigating. We was paying nothing, no mind, what paying nature, no mind, and all of a sudden these two hoot owls hollering right in a tree, right probably 10, 15 yards away from us, and that got kind of scary.
Yeah.
I have had a chance to pull them up on my PC and look at the real good and show you what I seen. Yeah, I zoomed in on it a little bit more again today before I got here, and it was actually something different. I mean, it was just a good find that he did around the woods. Owl would first think fox and owl or owls.
Have you ever been on an investigation and hear something and go back in the video and it's there? Like a voice or something?
Um, I I have one time, but I never did. That's the very before I started doing the YouTube, before I even record anything. I did the EVP work, but I never did do like video.
We at the Edith house, as I call it, man, that one, man, me and Autumn was standing side by side, and that come between us. I need you, and it was so loud we could hear it with our ear, and then when you pull it back up on camera, oh my, it's just as clear as day.
Yeah,
And that's one of the best catches we ever caught to only get 2 views.
yeah.
I'm like, come on.
I know we was at the family cemetery one night. Uh, I didn't catch it on camera, but me and my dad heard it. Just like me and you sit here talking right now. There was actually a woman talking in the woods, and there wasn't nobody around. Just only me and Daddy was out there, and the houses that up at the end of the road, you know, it was like this was like 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning when we was down there. And I wouldn't think they would be up because it was pitch dark up there. They didn't have a light on nowhere in them houses and stuff. And so I went back on the video. I didn't hear it, and I had something on the recorder that was really faint because you couldn't hear it from all the crickets.
Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I don't like about this time of year is
Yeah,
the crickets. It makes it hard to hear.
yeah. And the night that I left my recorder up there, I was talking to Vicky about it. She was actually in the live because I had that little black box with me, and I actually had signal then, so I went live there. And I had the recorder laying on a stone behind me. As soon as we got there, I put it out. Uh, it was just crazy, and it started raining. So me and my dad left, and I forgot the recorder was there. I had over 5 hours, nothing but crickets. Yeah, and raindrops.
Oh, that's funny.
Reuben had been told get out. He had just stepped in the room.
There's a lot of those places like that, like Crybaby Holler and all that. It makes you wonder if it's not, an animal or something like that.
Yeah, that that's what everybody tell me about that scream at the bridge. It might have been a fox. I can't put my faith into a fox.
It wasn't an animal.
I
No
listened
way.
to almost 200 different types of foxes, even male foxes and female foxes, and nothing really held a long pitch like that did at
No,
night.
that was more of a quick yelp, like almost like somebody laughing,
Yeah,
is what the animal sound is. But
yeah,
that you had no way. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't an animal. It wasn't earthly either.
yeah. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, I like I said, I just know it ain't an animal. It's something different than an animal. So I think I made a few people laugh last night. No, when we was getting ready to leave out of the woods, but it's just a crazy coincidence. You know what I'm saying? It's just that every time you go to a location, and if you go there more than once, the spirits will feel more at
Mhm.
ease to you.
Yeah. The
That's
more you go, they get used to you. That's right.
and I think that's the reason why we went to the bridge so much. They just got used to us, and they just like, hey, we're gonna do something. And I have been to the bridge and had never had nothing done to us. But I think a lot of it now, if you go there now, I think a lot of it has to do with that recliner being gone.
Yeah.
I think the spirit actually got attached to that recliner, and it had an attachment to it anyway. So I think that's the reason why they was a little more active here lately.
Yeah. They don't like it when you change stuff.
And I feel sorry for whoever dug that recliner home when if they come by and picked it up. So, this they got some kind of problems with it. Uh, and also, when you go to a thrift store or something like that, and you pick up something other, when people pass away, their families get rid of their stuff, and they take it to these thrift stores, Salvation Army, Goodwill, or all these other little mom and pop shops.
Yeah, and that's one thing about buying stuff from like thrift stores. You don't know what's attached to them, and if you pick it up, and you're like, I don't know about this. You probably better not buy it.
Yeah, yeah. I think he passed away in the recliner. I think so too. I think that's the reason why it had so much different vibes when we went around it. Because we set a cat toy on it, and we set a cat toy on Asia Bridge. And when we're at the bridge, the cat toy on the recliner going off. When we go over to the recliner, the toy on the bridge go off. They
Yeah,
were jumping all around there that night. And whatever it was, knocked it off, knocked the cat toy off that night when I was walking across the bridge going towards the recliner. My dad was sitting there beside of it, and something there just knocked that cat toy plumb off. I noticed shattered it when it hit the ground, but it didn't, luckily. And then the gizmo went off after that, and I did not get the camera turned back around quick enough to see it. So I truly believe in feeling the energy of it for you, peace for you, bring it into your home. Old chest once that might that made my life for a year. Oh, really? I really hate that. Since that cemetery was put over a native burial. Oh, really? Hmm.
yeah.
Keep seeing shadows walking around it too. That's wild.
I wonder. Uh, I'm actually working on a story back in the 1800s. A town here, a man bought 240 acres, and there was 5 caves on them. Well, one of the caves contained 10 wooden coffins that had 10 bodies in it, and there was Native American jewelry and stuff around.
Hmm.
And the man, he turned the coffins and the bodies over to the Smithsonian, but they come up missing. I almost wonder, is it possible for, a native spirit to make them things come up missing and take them back where they were found? I wonder if that's possible.
Hmm. That is a good question.
You never know.
That's a doggone good question.
I wouldn't know what to do if I seen a daggum old 1800s coffin floating through the air.
Yeah.
But uh, you never know. I mean, spirit portals, they could open one from there to
Yeah.
the other place where they were found and take them right back. But you never know.
It was over 200 years old, and my judgment. Oh, really? Yeah. I don't hardly buy anything that's from a thrift store, unless if I'm lucky enough to find a baseball card. That's about all I can pick up. But
Yeah.
other than that's I just don't know. I really hadn't really put that much thought in it until my friend Crystal was telling me about some stuff the other night, and she was telling me a lot of stuff that happened and made me give second thoughts about buying stuff from a thrift store.
Yeah.
I ain't scared of having something there that's haunted, but you know, she has a little kid in the house too, a little son, and that's kind of different about that.
And anything can be haunted at all, like literally anything. And
Yeah.
I've been recently told of a story about a lady bought her son, like his entire life he wanted a Corvette. Well, she bought him one for his birthday. Well, he got messing around and got killed in that Corvette. Well, she took it and had it all fixed back new. Just keep it around, kind of like a memory to him.
Yeah.
And she said, no matter what they did to that card, I mean, they had it taken to one of them places where they dip and get all the paint, everything out of it,
Yeah.
put all new everything back on it. But no matter what, all you could smell inside was his blood.
Mm.
And they done everything to it, and it would only happen if she talked about selling it.
Yeah.
That's another strange thing.
Hmm.
She, got tired of it just sitting there. Well, she sold it to a man, and the man brought it back. Said, "Look, there's these blood stains keep appearing in the car," and she give his money back, and it all went away. Then she sold it again in the same thing, and
Yeah.
it's just weird.
That's like a house over in Ararat, North Carolina. They claim it was built on a cemetery, but I don't know. It's been early '90s, mid '90s, somewhere like that, when they was building the house. So they said when they was digging the basement, they had like a mound of dirt and tombstones and
Oh wow.
other stuff out there where they dug out of the basement of the house. So I don't know. They said they was painting the walls or something there like white or something there, and then when they went back in there, all like red, blood red running down, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's true or not. I ain't never talked to the people that lives there. But can you imagine doing something like that? You,
I mean, I'd hit a headstone and be like, "Oh crap, let's cover this back up." You know
yeah,
what I mean? And there was a lady. She had brought a team of investigators in trying to find out why is my house haunted. And next door was a cemetery, and back in the house she had lived in was built in the early 1800s, and around that time there had been a major fire followed by a flood, and uh, the maps of the area had been lost except for one. And that one map showed her house where it was stood. It was in the middle of a cemetery. But apparently the fire had burned all the stones or whatever. It had maybe had wooden crosses or something. They were all burnt. So she never knew it. But they figured that's why her house was haunted.
mm. So just like James Dean Carr being haunted. Vicky says a friend of her brother brought a Camaro that so bad and could not get rid of it. A man had his dog died in it. Oh, really?
That's crazy.
Attachments are real. That's right. They are real. To be clean. Yeah, I mean, like I said though, it's you never know what you're going to get. That's the reason why, just like if you buy a car, you don't want to get one from up north where I got all the salt at, or you don't want to get one from the beach because they take them trucks and they back them down into the ocean to let these uh, sharks and stuff out, where they have done tests on and stuff like that. So you never know what you're going to get. If you're going to buy something, go check it out first. you know. So, you have anything you want to tell about? I mean, any advice if any people in the chat wants to go start their own paranormal group? what kind of advice you want to tell?
Um, I say before you do anything, do your research. Learn just the basics. How to protect yourself, and maybe get in touch with a group that's local to you or somebody that you trust that knows what they're doing, and kind of shadow them a little bit so that you're not just going into a place and open yourself up and get attached or
Yeah,
attacked or whatever. No, kind of figure out what to do and what not to do. And you don't have to have extremely haunted locations. You don't have to have any specialized equipment at all. Just, like you do, cat toys, a simple doll that makes noise just by tapping it.
yeah,
Your cell phone is an amazing thing because you can use it as a digital voice recorder, the film, and you can take photos. There's a couple of trusted apps that we use. I mean, there's so many different things
yeah,
that's cheap. You don't have to have a lot of money that you can do, but it's really critical to know um, how the most important part is how to protect yourself and listen to your inner voice, instinct, whatever. If something says get out, it's time to leave.
yeah.
But that's about the most I could say, really. I mean,
That's good enough. I mean, if anybody wants to go out and do that kind of investigations, there's some good advice. Uh, I will add to that: just don't go out there and start provoking.
oh yeah, yeah. Of
That's
course, respect. Always respect for yourself and the spirits.
yeah. When we went to New York this time, we went to St. Patrick's Cathedral, and I actually bought me and my dad a St. Christopher's medal, a
Hmm.
coin,
Hmm.
and I got another one with Psalms 23 on it. I think it is. Uh, it's somewhere here in this house, but it's kind of cool because didn't give it much for it, so I figured since I did buy it at a Catholic church, it should be already blessed and
I
everything else.
throw it in the holy water at the front door too. Just sit there and dip it in it.
Yeah,
Oh me.
I was looking actually for holy water in there, but I didn't see none that had any for sale. But they had some in this weird looking water fountain thing. It had.
Yeah, because typically, their tradition is when you walk in, you do the.
Yeah,
But St. Christopher medal definitely helps. Autumn and Hope where there's 24/7. Her grandmother is Polish, and that's part of their thing. So they
yeah,
wear it all the time. The back side of Hope's, like medical alert necklace. Flip it over. It's a St. Christopher medal. So
cool, very cool. But yeah, I got those two things. I got my dad a St. Christopher's medal, so I'm gonna try to get it fixed, and put it on his chain with him. So and I'm gonna get some bells put on him. I'm gonna get some little air horns put on him and everything else because he scared me the other night too. No, actually, yesterday morning he scared me. He was sitting in the truck, and I was over on the other side of the cemetery, just minding my own business. And I turned around and looked, and there he stood behind me. Never heard a door shut.
he's good about that.
Yeah, he's gonna get where he's gonna walk around like a Chinese wind chime. Because he's gonna look like Mr. T walking out through there.
Oh Lord. I won't never forget that night he scared you at the cemetery when you was inside that mausoleum.
Oh God, I never forget that myself. Messed up a good pair of underwear for that. I mean, he was in the truck, foggy, misty, rainy, No, he said, I'm going to sit in the truck. I'm about to freeze. I said, okay, good. That's fine. I'll stay here by myself. And I was just backing out of the thing. And by that time I turned around, he was coming around back into that truck. And all I seen was him. And I thought something done come out of that cemetery and done started ready to take me away. Because I didn't see no face expressions. I didn't see nothing but just a silhouette of him. And I'm going to tell you what, he made some holy skid marks. I'm telling you, man, that was one of my, that was the first, I got scared from that before we went to the bridge and that sound hollered out at us.
Yeah.
But next time I'm going to lock the door and I'm going to put a stick up at the door handle or prop it where you can't get out. Everything. So I'm going to keep my hand on the key in my pocket, mash the lock button every time. Just so often, ever so often, so I know it stays locked.
Yeah.
But, well, I'm gonna get off of here, man. I appreciate you hanging out with me, but I really do appreciate it. Thanks for looking at that video. I mean that picture and give me your 2 cents on it. If you ever want to sit down and study it again and figure it out, and, I do hope and pray that we catch something else again when we go back in that woods. I think it'll be pretty interesting.
And that was really good for the first time being there too. Normally you don't get stuff like that.
Yeah. The cat tours was actually going off last night, pretty wild. There towards the end of the last, it was actually got kind of hectic with the cat tours. He even went off before I even started talking. So appreciate each and every one of you. Thank y'all so much for being here. I just want to say I'm glad I went live earlier tonight because I got to go work in the morning. And everybody, please go over and check out Myers Paranormal. You will be amazed at all the stuff that they do on his channel over there and everything. So you will have a fun time with them. I think he's going to go live again tomorrow night. I think it's 6:30 Central, somewhere like that, 7. I know I'll be about home by the time I may get ready to get started. So, yeah, it'll probably be about 6 o'clock Central. So, thanks each and every one of you for being here. Thank you, Vicky, for that. I appreciate you. Thank you for helping out last night in the investigation. You and PW and the Spirit Brothers and everybody else. Thank each and every one of you. Let's see. May says agree. Great show. It was great to see you. It was great having you up here too, Myers. I appreciate you so much, buddy. If everything goes right on Tuesday, I will be going live again, maybe in the woods. I don't know. I know I'm on Monday. I do have a doctor's appointment on the 15th, I believe. I got to have a test done, so please pray for that because I hope I don't find anything. So, but other than that, thank y'all so much. Have a wonderful rest of y'all Sunday. Have a good night, and I will see y'all on the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.